Hello everyone and welcome back to Chicane, where we, your hosts,
Brindley
and McKenna, put the chic in motorsport.
Our goal is to bring you the latest paddock poll, provide in-depth and unique interviews with fans and your favorite F1 content creators.
We hope you... I think I got it wrong. We hope you stick around and enjoyed this week's episode. And if you haven't already, make sure to check out our introduction episode to get to know more about your hosts.
With that, let's get revving. Okay, guys. So first, I sound a little sick. I'm still recovering from being sick last week. That's why we did not do an episode, so sorry about that. And then also, we're in a different area.
Yes, if you watch the video, you'll see that we are not in the podcast room.
Mm-hmm.
We are at my parents' house right now.
Yeah.
I'm traveling this week, so we're
here and recording now instead of later. So
we're actually filming a day early.
Yeah, which is always fun.
It's a little bit odd for us right now.
Yeah, it's fine though.
Okay.
We're gonna have fun.
All right, what are your P1s and DNFs for the week?
Ooh, P1. I'm getting coffee with a friend this week that I actually met online, and we're gonna do some content creation, so for like our TikToks and stuff. So I'm actually really excited about that. And I also got asked out.
What?
Yes, I won't go into details because I don't know if he listens, but I got asked out. So I'll tell you afterwards. But so that was really fun. And then DNF, just being sick and like recovering and all of that, I think. But yeah. What about you?
Yeah. I guess mine is kind of the same. I'm excited because we're traveling to California this week, and we're gonna go to Yosemite and the Redwoods, and we're gonna have like a lake day, and just it'll be nice to visit all my family. But we're going because my grandpa passed away, so that's like the sad part. But then it's also like the highlight is that we get to see everyone and have a fun time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say that goes for both.
Yeah. I get that.
Just be praying for us because, well, we already have been on the plane, but we're taking our 9-month-old on a plane.
And you'll have a layover.
And, it's a lot of travel time.
Yeah.
So.
We'll be doing that. For Paddock Pope this week, Lewis Hamilton set the world racing record for most race wins at a home track. So if you watch this, not this weekend, but the weekend before at Silverstone, which we won't get into much this episode, but Lewis Hamilton did win. Sir Lewis Hamilton did win the Silverstone Grand Prix for the 9th time in his career. So he set the record for that track.
And I would like to say that I said Lewis would win.
You did.
And I said very confidently that we would have a really good race.
And we did.
And we did. It was so good.
Yeah. And I honestly feel like Oscar could have been on podium, so I'll give it to you as well. But, yeah, really happy that Lando was on podium. Kind of sad for George and the DNF and everything. But like we said, produced pretty good racing. And then the other thing in motorsport news, I actually have two things. Oliver Behrman, which you probably have seen already, has been signed for a MoneyGram Haas F1 team seat for 2025. Yay. So we have a rookie on the grid next season. I'm really excited. What about you?
I'm stoked. We've been waiting for just the announcement for such a long time. I'm so excited. I'm interested to see what the second seat will be.
I was going to say, we haven't even gotten a confirmed seat because Nico's moving to Stake. So it's either K-Mag or somebody new.
Like 2 new people sitting in at Haas? That would be quite interesting.
But yeah. And then the last one is Pato O'Ward in IndyCar got his first win with Arrow McLaren the weekend before, same weekend as Silverstone. So it was good on some of the Papaya family that day. So that's
exciting stuff happening.
Most of our paddock pulp this week.
All right. We are just going to jump right into our Hungary
episode.
Preview. That's what I was trying to get at.
And isn't this a double header and then we go into summer break?
Yes.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What? Oh, my turn. Okay, sorry.
You can do
That part? Okay, so this weekend, Formula One is at the Formula One Hungarian Grand Prix 2024.
This circuit is 4.318 kilometers long, which is 2.72 miles.
Mm-hmm.
We have 70 laps, 14 turns, 1 DRS zone, and 1 speed trap. Nice. So we only have 1 DRS zone, which is usually 2. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like there's usually 2 or 3.
Yeah, there is usually 2.
Yeah.
And then, so some history on this track. Work began on the Hungaroring in 1985, and the track was race ready just 9 months later. The first ever GP was held in 1986, where Nelson Piquet took home the win by famously slithering his Williams around the outside of Ayrton Senna Lotus to take the lead. So back when Senna was driving for Lotus and a Williams could take over could take over other cars and win races.
Yeah, I kind of laughed a little bit when I saw it, because like I know like the history of Williams and like that they have had a lot of success and stuff, but I was just like, hearing that now is kind of like, wait, what?
And I don't know if you picked up on that last name, PK. That's Kelly Piquet's dad. That's Max Verstappen's girlfriend's dad, so father-in-law-ish. Practically. So, little family racing history there.
So, a little bit more kind of about this track. The lack of straights at the Hungaroring often sees it's compared to a karting circuit, and it's true the resemblance is quite uncanny. With several series of corners to string together, teams opt for a Monaco-level downforce setup, with a well-sorted chassis tending to be rewarded over the horsepower given to the short straights. The challenge that a lot of drivers relish in of this circuit is just, I don't have the right word for it, but it's a pretty challenging circuit that a lot of drivers have a good time with, and you definitely have to kind of just be on the edge a little bit as you're driving on the circuit.
Makes sense. As for our past podium, we had Max Verstappen taking the win, Lando Norris P2, and Checo Perez P3. So
the lap record here is 1 minute 16 seconds .627, and that was set by Lewis Hamilton in 2020.
Wow. I wonder if that will be beat this year.
Which is interesting because, like, 2020 was the year where, like, people weren't at any races, so I feel like you wouldn't be as, like...
Maybe he wasn't as distracted.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes, like, the encouragement from fans, like, helps you kind of, like, get that final push, but he was just on top of it, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, that was during his domination, so... That makes sense. But yeah, do you want to get into the pre-race predictions?
Okay.
Hot take.
I'm going to go... Big crash.
Ooh, big crash.
Mm-hmm. Like maybe three cars.
Whoa. I'm going to see how many DNFs there were last year. There was 3 DNFs last year. Double Alpine and Sargent.
I hope it's not Logan.
No, I hope not. Fernando Alonso. DNF.
Okay.
I don't know why I felt that.
Yeah.
And then Carlos DNF. Sorry.
No.
So I'm going to say 2. So Carlos and Fernando.
Okay.
I feel like Charles needs some support.
Oh.
I feel like he kind of sold his soul to win that
Monaco. Over here after Monaco, guys.
I feel like he sold his soul to win that Monaco race, and then after that, he's just been... Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Podium. For my podium, I'm going to say... I'm gonna go for a Max win.
Okay.
But Oscar P2. I feel feel like I've been putting Oscar on podium a lot recently.
Yeah, we want him to do good.
I'm going to put Oscar on there. And George.
That's funny. I feel like George has been on the podium surprisingly like a lot recently.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of mixed in there more. I'm going to say, which I don't feel is very strong, but I'm only saying this because this was the first race that he raced at. I'm going to say Lando win. This was the first race he raced at in 2017 as reserve driver. But he filled in. So I'm going to say that. Just a little history. The car's doing much better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to throw Max on podium and then a surprise podium. I don't know who, but I'm just going to say surprise podium.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's been interesting to see the Mercedes get back in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
That's been super fun. We've been kind of talking about if that would happen throughout the whole season. So it's finally come to fruition.
Mm-hmm. And that's another race winner added to the calendar.
Guys, what is that? 7? No, 6, right?
Oh, I think it's 7.
Winners.
I think it's 7. Lando,
Carlos.
Lando, Carlos, Max, George, Lewis. That's it? Charles. So that's 6.
Mm-hmm.
So this could be 7 if somebody else besides Lando or Max wins.
Who would you want if it was like...
Oh, if it was somebody
I heard a
outside.
couple people say Oscar Maiden win.
Yeah, I would be okay with Oscar. Like, I want him to do so well with McLaren. And, like, as a McLaren girl, I'm for both of them. So, yeah, I'd be okay with an Oscar win.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And if not, I could see him winning Spa. Spa's, like, a really good track for him. So, yeah. And I'm going to say it again because I just realized that both of our hot takes were DNFs.
Just DNFs.
So, I'm going to say hot take again until it happens. Logan points. He was so close to it last weekend.
He did 2 weekends ago. So good.
Yeah. Last weekend. I keep saying last weekend.
Yeah,
but
I know.
He did so well at the British Grand Prix on 4th of July weekend.
11th.
Yeah.
Like, I was kind of like, can one car just like DNF?
I know. I know. I was like, Logan, can you please take this car? Like, just let him over. 1 point. 1 point. It's fine.
That video where they're doing Team Torque. He's like, it's 4th of July weekend.
Everybody was like, that is the loudest I've ever heard him before.
It's so true.
I know. And then I was like watching back our episode from, I think that week, the week that we did the pre-race preview. And both you and me go, God bless America. And I was like, that's the same energy. That is 100% the same energy.
We need to clip that.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going to do a little segment. If you're on the video, my brother-in-law, Colton, is here, and he doesn't watch Formula One, so we're going to quiz him on his knowledge about some Formula One terminology.
Mm-hmm. And if he doesn't know, then he'll guess his best.
Yeah. So your first term is DRS.
Can you repeat the question?
DRS, and it stands for something.
It's an
DRS.
acronym.
It's an acronym.
Okay. Driving right straight.
I mean, that kind of works.
Okay. I mean, yeah, not bad. It stands for drag reduction system,
Okay.
which basically is a power boost and makes them go faster.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Okay. If I had context.
Yeah. Okay. So this one is box.
Box?
Mm-hmm.
Is that when they go into, what's it called? Like when they need new tires.
Yes. Good job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good
What is
job.
that called?
Pitting.
Pitting.
Pit stop, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Your next word is green track.
Green track is the correct line that you need to take through the track.
That's actually a really good guess, but it's basically when the cars, the first time for the weekend, they go out and there's like no rubber down, so it's like completely fresh track.
Okay.
Okay. So you want me to say both of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this one's 2 terminology. It's called understeer and oversteer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's the question?
Yeah.
Okay. Understeer is when you turn and it goes further than what you want, and oversteer is when you turn and you don't turn, basically. Like when you're turning and you just keep going.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
I do know that one.
Yeah, that one's pretty car, just in general.
If you drive a car, you know what that is.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe.
A flat spot. This should also be kind of...
Flat spot is on the tire when there's a spot that's flatter than the rest. I know that from skateboarding.
Oh. Okay. This one is pole sitter.
Pole sitter. I have no idea. I don't even know where to start with that one.
Okay, so pole sitter is in qualifying. It's the person that sets the fastest lap.
Okay.
And then they'll be the pole sitter for the Sunday. So they just shorten it to pole. So on Sunday they'll start the grid.
Oh,
or first place, pretty much. So
okay.
That's a simpler way of putting it.
Yeah.
They get to start at the front of the race.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not gonna do that one. All right. What is graining?
Graining?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Graining. I have no idea.
Graining is basically when the tires start falling apart. The tires are flat. They don't have tread in them. So they start falling apart and then they're really slippery.
Okay, that makes sense.
This one's funny. Sorry. Bottoming. Do you know what bottoming is?
Bottoming or bottoming?
Bottoming.
Bottoming.
Yeah.
Like when the frame of the car hits the track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's only one more, maybe two more.
There's two more.
All right. This one is kind of they're in the similar realm. So it's dirty air and clean air.
Dirty air and clean air. I know I've heard that before. Dirty air. I don't know. Is dirty air when the car in front of you skids a little bit, so there's smoke in the air?
Sort of. It's when there's cars in front of you and they're basically disrupting the airflow. So then it doesn't hit your car evenly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then clean air is when there's no one. And so you can just drive without any disruption.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And then our last one is undercut. Do you know what undercut is?
Undercut. That's when your front tire hits the back tire of somebody else and spins them out. No?
So, undercut is whenever it's more strategizing and everything. Mm-hmm. So, if one driver's ahead, the second driver will try to go into the pits, get a better tire, and then wait for the other person to pit so that they can get an advantage and everything. Yeah, that's not undercutting. It's a way of getting in position.
Okay.
Yeah. You did pretty good though.
Yeah,
cool.
I would say that Colton did pretty good. I don't
Yeah.
think I would have done any better if I didn't know anything about the sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys liked it.
I drive.
Yeah.
I drive.
Do you have anything to say?
Yeah. What?
Do you have anything to say before you sign off?
Thanks for watching. This was fun. I learned something new.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
I think that's it for the Hungary preview. Like we said, this is a little bit of a different episode just because of our schedules this week. Sorry. And recovery and traveling and stuff. So, but we have been promising, we will be getting some content to you over the summer of some videos and stuff.
Yes.
But, yeah.
We hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Sorry it was a little bit all over the place. We will be back to our regular scheduled programming next week.
Mm-hmm. So thanks for sticking around and tuning in with us. And that is our checkered flag. Bye!